TheChairShot.com. Always use your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DWI podcast. My name is PC Tunney. I am your commissioner and the commissioner
of the United States
of Dem Dare Americas, and I am joined, as always, by the man, the myth, the legend, the other half of the world's greatest tag team never. It's him. It is him. It doth be the DPP.
What's going on, PC Tunney? We're 1 week away from 4th of July. Got a light bulb that's flickered in the bathroom. I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying to see what color I like. Let's go with yellow.
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 Although not everybody can read my it's me DP. Yeah, there we go. Use my arm. I can see it.
Better?
Hey. Now we're getting fancy.
Schmancy pants. There, that's what I wanted to see. Oh, we got it. All right. Well,
you want widescreen. I love it.
I don't know what I want anymore. Let's just get this kind of shit out of the way. Chairshot.com. Always use your head. Bandwagon Nerds every Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here at Chairshot Media and on the Chairshot.com. Don't forget about our good buddy David Ungar over at attitudeofaggression.com, and make sure you take your ass on over to prowrestlingtees.com/the chair shot. Check it out. Makes a great gift for the wrestling fan in your life any time of year. How you doing, DP?
I'm tired. Just tired. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can talk some wrestling and conjure up some energy. How's that?
Excitement.
Some
I love it.
Love it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. What's going on here? Why is this not there it is. Now we're cooking. I'm trying to share this on the old this is riveting podcast right now, but you folks are just gonna have to wait a second so that we can get this.
Trying to get us on X, Facebook.
Facebook
and what's the other one? Instagram?
You twit face?
You twit face. Yeah. These are the complications we have nowadays.
They're fun.
What else? I had some other thing I was going to talk about too, and that's
this would be a great time.
Yeah, I figured it out. So, World Cup going on. USA is, it's not officially over with the group stages yet, but USA is going to be in the knockout round, and rumor has it that we're going to be, our 250th anniversary. We're hosting the World Cup, and we get a handicap match to start our first match in the knockout round. We got to play Bosnia and Herzegovina. What kind of bullshit is this?
It's a horrible joke.
It's 2-on-1 handicap match.
It's only one team. I promise.
I believe you, but that just that's my joke. Okay.
It was bad. It wasn't very good.
And you should feel bad.
Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
got it on Germany and Ecuador. These last group stage matches are fun because they play both matches at the same time, right? So that they can't kind of see what they got to do out there. But no, the World Cup,
I like that.
Excellent. It's nice. It's on during the day, and at night. USA plays Turkey today. Yeah. If you haven't gone and listened to the brand new PC Sports Pod, that is up right here on this very YouTube.
Saw the logo today. Very nice.
Very nice. Very evil.
Very evil. Danhausen, he better not be cursing anybody in the World Cup. I saw a few teams offering human monies and, to help curse the other teams.
Well, I
don't want to see that happen. Unless it's the USA offering human monies, then great.
Yeah. I would lay off of that if I was him for a while. You have all that success. Why, just wait. Just let it simmer for a little bit. Did you see the new one with him and Charlotte where he took another one of Charlotte's robes?
Oh, no, I didn't see that one yet.
Charlotte turned around and she had the Danhausen paint face on. All this stuff. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Follow me at PC Tunney. I retweeted it this morning, so you'll be able to find it there, or you can follow it on Charlotte's social media. That's where it was put up. But we're not here for World Cup. Nice. We're not here. We're kind of here for Charlotte, but I don't think she's got a match this weekend. So
That's
Let's get
negatory.
into it, folks. This might be a quicker show today, but that's fine. We're just here to talk some Night of Champions. We've talked about all the build up to it, talked about everything that's going around it. Let's talk about it, DP. Let's start off with, have you seen Bronson Reed?
No.
He is slimmed the fuck down and in unbelievable shape. Like, you wouldn't really recognize him. So if you folks haven't seen him, go check out his socials. He does not look like the Bronson Reed that left. He has lost a lot of weight, and not too much that he's not going to come back in and be like a human wrecking machine, but he just looks fucking
Oh, I need
good.
to see this.
So that came to mind. So I'm going to start with the
Good news.
Braun Breaker Seth Rollins steel cage match. There's DP's reaction. Looks good, doesn't he?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. He's going to be a beast when he comes back.
That's the difference between being at home and having time and being on the road and not, right? Like, when you're on the road,
Right.
you come home, you want to recover, as opposed to train. When you're
Right.
at home, you want to train so you can get back, you know?
We always see them when they come back, like a lot of guys who are already kind of thinner guys or whatever. Like Randy Orton was especially that way. You come back and you see them all jacked, ripped, muscly, you know, and then that kind of slims and goes away a little bit because don't have the time on the road. So
Right.
yeah, that's amazing.
Steel cage match. Is this the blow off for now? Because in the future, this is going to be a world championship match at some point between these two, whichever one has it next. I feel like they'd be missing out if they didn't do something like that. But are you okay with the bringing in the steel cage for this one?
Absolutely. This is, you know, I talk about it all the time of how much I hate like gimmick pay-per-views and all that kind of shit. And, uh, you know, having them be random happenings on different PLEs are awesome. You know, steel cage isn't obviously like the bigger ones like the elimination chamber or anything, but you know, having it yeah, we do. Having it randomly show
gonna
up on PLEs is great.
You're going to have to play this one on repeat about 5 times to get 3 hours out of it, pal. Thanks for tuning in, Ray. We love you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm excited for it, and I've always like, you know, if it's going to be like their blow off match, have it be some kind of more of a gimmick match. Steel cage is perfect because it's, you know, but intended to keep interference out, and you know it's never going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if Bronson Reed's ready to go, he seems like a good idea to bring him back. You know, have him maybe knock Seth out until right before SummerSlam, come back, and or if he's looking for a little break. But I definitely think Braun Breaker wins this match.
I would have to agree. I think, you know, we always say Seth Rollins is pretty much Teflon, and giving Braun Breaker the rub over, you know, Seth Rollins pushes him back into a, you know, title picture-esque place. And yeah, I definitely see some kind of help in a sense. I would love to see Bronson Reed come back. I think this is the perfect opportunity if he's ready. And yeah, wherever they want to go after this, I think you're right though. This is you know, this is a good time to have the blow off because it's somewhere shortly down the road they can bring this one right back because both of these guys are going to be in the title picture, whether it's Breaker winning the title and Seth Rollins chasing him or vice versa. Taking some time off between this feud and then bringing it back when one of them's got the title. Just going to make it all that much more special.
No, Ray, we are not. That's all I'm gonna say. He asked me a question. I said, no, we're not gonna talk about that. You see it?
Is that where the earthquakes hit?
Yeah, I think that's Berto, and now we're talking about it. Angel and Berto's new name or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Dogs of War.
I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong. We got a couple of United States Championship matches. It's interesting that we got Jade Cargill going from the World Championship picture now into the United States Championship picture, which I'm okay with. Do you think she grabs that from Tiffany here?
You know, it's funny. We had Tiffany Stratton, the first one to go down there, because she was, you know, recently a world champion and now takes the U.S. title, and now Jade Cargill going for it as well. It's interesting. I don't think she takes it. I feel like this is maybe the setup for, well, there's going to be some shenanigans because Jade Cargill's faction with BFAB and Michin going to come in and uh, interfere, and I think that's where we're going to get Charlotte as well coming in and interfering, and maybe kick off that Charlotte and Jade feud that we are kind of hoping to see. Because I don't think it makes any sense for Jade to win it at this point. But I mean, it doesn't make any sense for either one of them to have it. To be honest with you, right now, but I think there's other stuff going on with Jade, with Charlotte and everything else going on with Rhea Ripley as well. Eventually, and whoever wins Queen of the Ring, I think there's little other stories to tell than Jade winning the U.S. title. I mean, unless they want to have Jade and Charlotte feud over the U.S. title, I guess they could do that too.
Yeah, they might just start passing it around to all the ladies that are future Hall of Famers that want it on their resume. You know what I mean? Kind of like the IC title, Becky, and things of that nature.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's a good possibility. Is maybe we don't see Charlotte and Jade with some help beats her, and Jade and Charlotte feud over the U.S. title, and then you have Rhea and whoever else feuding over the WWE Women's title. I could see that happening, I guess.
We'll see. There is another United States Championship match. Trick Williams defending the newly married Trick Williams, who had him and Lash got married, and they look great. And when he opened up his suit coat, the lining was just different pictures of Lash.
Sweet.
So that was kind of cool. I don't think there's any chance in hell Ricky Saints wins this title. I am not impressed whatsoever with Ricky Saints. I am, however, on the whoop that Trick. Yeah, I was right. Angel Berto. Yeah, see, look at me. Trick is just a star, man. This guy is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's God. He's got ridiculous potential, but I think putting him right where he is right now, after he took the title and beat Sami Zayn, I just don't see Ricky Saints, winning it. I don't think it makes sense to take it off a Trick this early, unless you're going to put him in the title picture. And right now it's pretty crowded, so
very crowded.
Why bother?
I don't see him, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't see him getting even a sniff of that until next summer, like post WrestleMania.
Yeah, and that's totally okay. I mean, let him cook here in the mid card. We've been talking about it. The mid card has a lot of great talent, and that's not a bad place to be because there's so much going on with these guys. So I love it. Have him, dominate the mid card title for a while, and then when the time's right, take it off him, put him in, get him into the title picture a little bit. But there's definitely no need to rush it or anything like that because there's certainly enough talent to go around. And I'm with you with Ricky Saints. A lot of people always saying the potential's there or whatever. Just so far to me hasn't really shown. I haven't been impressed either. Maybe it comes in time, but right now, I mean, your big star is Trick Williams, and there's no reason to really move it at this point. Let him run the show for a while.
What's a big match for him at SummerSlam? I'm trying to think of who would be a really nice, good big match for him at SummerSlam with that title. Right? I know.
Who's in the card? I'd have to look. Man, I don't know.
Right? I mean, they're gonna bring it all the way back around to Mello. I mean,
yeah, they had that feud already.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're gonna mix
picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring. I mean, there's no sense to bring him back down at this point.
Just so many people
going to be
involved. It's hard to I feel like SmackDown has such a small roster, but then again, you have a lot of people that are on SmackDown on Raw lately too.
Well, that's what I was trying to think. Like, is there potentially anybody on Raw they'd bring over or whatever? They could put Finn Balor or someone like that in there. Maybe he just came over, hasn't really been doing much.
I suppose you have like Priest over there too. That'd be a pretty good guy to actually go up
Yeah,
against.
yeah. I would get somebody like that. Maybe again, add more to his resume of top star talent. Yeah, two guys who have held the WWE title in a sense. I mean, Balor had it for about 5 minutes, but he's
Well, but I mean,
he's
when you
one
get
of those guys though.
yeah, when you get picked to start the lineage of a new belt, it's pretty important, regardless of how whether or not you get your full run that you were intended to have, right? Which is
Yeah,
just one of the more unfortunate things that's happened in the last couple decades for me is that he didn't get a chance to have a full run with the title. It doesn't look like he ever will again, and that's okay. I'm sure he's okay with that, but
I'm sure
um,
he's certainly happy with what he's doing right now.
right. Oh, here's a good question. Do you guys want Trick as a heel or face? Because that will tell you who she should face. Well, yeah, I mean, that's very understandable. Here's the thing, Ray, with me, with Trick Williams. He's kind of turned into one of these guys that if you try to make him a heel, people are just going to cheer him anyway. He's just got that charisma. He comes out, they're chanting "whoop that trick," right? I think he's a face though that could face another face. Face.
Face. Pretty true, actually. Like, I think he could do some great stuff as a heel, but people love him so much right now that it's kind of hard to make that turn. At least I don't know that I could see. Um, but yeah, he could. I mean, he really could. Like, basically when him and Sami Zayn were going at it, they were both kind of like almost trying to be the heel and the baby face at the same time too. So I could totally see that happening. I
Trick's
feel like
just
he's going to be a baby face though at SummerSlam at least.
Yeah, Trick is always just kind of Trick though. Do you know what I mean? Like he ain't gonna suffer no fools. So he could come off as kind of heelish sometimes. At the same time, you still love him for it.
I wonder. I was kind of scrolling through the roster a little bit. Like, it depends on is there going to be some healthy people at SummerSlam or people that'll be back. Like, you could put Drew McIntyre in there, Randy Orton, like even as for a smaller title, but like
Right,
those kind of matchups would be huge for someone like Trick. I think you have Royce Keys sitting around there. Have him go after the title. If he's not going to be involved in the any of the bloodline storylines with Solo and them going back and forth. You get
right,
him involved in that, in that mid card picture too, and he'd be a great talent to have a little bit of a maybe extended feud. And those are, I mean, and even though Keys is technically a baby face as well, but I mean, again, that's kind of two guys I think you could have go after the title and put on a good feud, even though neither of them are really heels.
right. Okay, well let's keep it moving here. Six matches here at this card, which is solid. We got our day PLE on Saturday. I think it starts at 1 or 2 Eastern. I'm not sure whether the pre-show starts that early or it's the actual show. But we do have the Queen and King of the Ring tournament finals. Io Sky taking on Liv Morgan. I still don't think they're gonna do the title match. I still don't think we're gonna get Liv versus Rhea. I just don't. I don't think we're gonna get Io versus Rhea either. And the fact that they came out this week and it was Obafemi that says I get to pick a champion of my choosing. Well, then so should Io. It's the words that came out of Obafemi's mouth. See, this is why rules don't matter in the WWE. Your roster doesn't matter in the WWE. What was said 5 minutes ago doesn't matter in the WWE. I think Io wins and says, I beat you for the Queen of the Ring, and now I'm going to beat you for that title.
They're more like guidelines, in the words of Pirates
It's
of
like,
the Caribbean.
it's like a stop sign in the parking lot. There's nobody really there to enforce it.
I think the white borders are optional. Yeah, I'm really happy either way that they go with this one. To be honest with you, I think Io versus Liv right back again at SummerSlam would be a huge match. I think Io versus Rhea could be a really huge match as well if they want to go to it. Um, I think EO versus Liv makes a lot of sense for SummerSlam because that's a huge match. And otherwise, Liv Morgan really doesn't have anybody else to go after or to feud with, I guess, at SummerSlam. Nothing big going on right now, right? Unless Stephanie McKeer is like going to be healthy, maybe they bring her back.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: like, you can have Liv win, and you can have the title, the double title. I mean, I still don't think Liv's title would be on the line. It would just be for Rhea's title. But you can't have Liv lose and then go off and have EO go away. You just diluted that title. You just downgraded that title slightly and made it less important than the other one because you just had one of your champions lose to the challenger for the other belt, which means that belt isn't as good as the other one. Do you see what I'm saying? So if Liv wins,
Right.
great. She's champion. She won Queen of the Ring. Now she's going after a second title. They can have. There's no way she's holding both titles. She can lose, but it doesn't matter because she's losing to the other champion, right? But if she loses and doesn't get to face EO again, it's a downgrade. So I'm almost positive out of this entire card, EO wins. EO will face Liv at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, why would you go after a different title if you just beat the champion?
Why would you have her in here if she wasn't going to A, win, or B, have like start a storyline that goes all the way to SummerSlam with the person she's facing, right?
Yeah. And I guess the other thing I could think about is, you know, this is the first year that SummerSlam is going to be 2 nights.
Yes.
So, you know, are you going to have both women's titles be defended, or,
Well,
you know, like,
that's the way to get the women to main event the night one, though, is to have Liv going for the other title.
Right. And that was, I guess, going to be my other thought was, you know, we've only had it one other time, right? With Becky 2 belts. Would there be any way that Liv wins and says, hey, I'm going for 2. I'm going to have 2 titles, you know, and Liv's, the next one to hold both titles.
Yeah, but Becky didn't hold both world titles, did she? I thought she hold. Oh yeah, she must have, because
she did.
There weren't intermediate titles at the time. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think it's a possibility. I feel like I love the your idea of EO and Liv bringing it back. You know, EO winning and her bringing it back. It almost feels though like this is, well. See, the one thing that drags me away from the champion versus champion thing is now that they do it.
There's Ray's other take. He wants.
Oh, there you go.
Lose so Ricky can. Okay.
Where were you 2 minutes ago?
I'm okay with Trick showing up, but fuck Ricky Starks. He's horrible. We go back to here. Ray, what if Stephanie returns to screw Liv? That way, Liv and Stephanie run it back, and EO can face Rhea. That I can get behind. I don't know that I don't want that to happen. It could, but that's another way to get out of the fact that you're not lessening that title.
Right. And that's my other thought. Like if Stephanie McKeer was ready to come back, you know, this would be the opportunity to make it happen and have her versus Morgan again. But the thing that draws me away from the champion versus champion thing is now that we have this crown jewel thing where the champion faces the champion, then it makes every other one of them irrelevant. Then why would why have that match at SummerSlam if that's going to happen anyway at the crown jewel, stupid thing.
Another stupid match that they have, and we talk about this when we first started it. Why you can't have 2 champions and denigrate, for lack of a better word, the other title? It's the only thing you're doing is making your other title shittier. And you're doing it, not anybody else, but the people. And this is storytelling, so you can't tell me that it's something real. It's not. It's a decision-based, decision-making thing that's stupid if you do that. I just can't get behind. Then don't have a brand split, right? And I'll make this an hour show if I get into that, but you're talking. I'm getting. You want to get nuts, Jerry? Let's get nuts.
Right. I know. We could go forever on that. And that's the only thing that I guess strays me away from it, because I think if I was going to pick something, I'd probably go wild card here and say Liv Morgan wins it, because I think Liv Morgan just dominating the year in a sense is like an interesting way to go, and having her win everything. And she's came back, won the women's title, wins Queen of the Ring, defeats Rhea, becomes, a double champion. However long that reign lasts, fine.
Right.
But then eventually, and I think that kind of goes with Ray's take, that eventually the Judgment Day turns on her. Roxanne turns on her, and that's how we get, that one of them takes one of the belts away from her or whatever. She loses it all in some kind of, uh, double belt match, 2 out of 3 falls match like we had with Kurt Angle in the title when he lost both his titles. Maybe they kind of relive that or something. And I think that would be a fun storyline as well to tell. The only thing that draws me away from that is the stupid crown jewel thing where we get champion versus champion anyway, and you're going to have 2 champions in order to have that match if they're going to do it. So I doubt they would do that to Liv Morgan, or so yeah, it's most likely Io. I think it's probably your story, which I think is still a really cool way to go.
Men's side, Oba Femi, Jey Uso. We pretty much know who each of them will face if they win. Jay's already been instructed. Him and Roman and Jimmy are back tight again. Jay wins, he's going after Cody. I'm okay with that. Oba wins, he's going after Roman. Shots have already been fired. He already talked shit about Roman on Monday, right? I still think we're getting Oba and Brock at SummerSlam, and Oba's going to finally retire him. I don't want to get back into the whole thing about how shitty the booking has been since WrestleMania here, but this should be a hell of a match. Like, if you let Oba just destroy Jay, that's not where it's at for me, man. It's just not. This needs to be, Oba finally needs to get tested. Jay's a guy that's taken Roman Reigns to the limit multiple times. Jay's a guy that's beaten Gunther, won a WrestleMania. Like, let's have Oba put in a 15, 16-minute match here.
Yeah, main evented a WrestleMania as a tag team match. Defeated Gunther at WrestleMania. Been a champion. Been a guy that can show he can, put everybody to the test. And having the bloodline behind him with Jimmy and Jacob, Roman if he shows up, Brock if he shows up, I think there's going to be a little bit of interference here. I think we're 100% getting Brock Lesnar taking out Oba Femi to close this match, because we have to have Brock versus Oba at SummerSlam. That has to be the end of this story. And if it's not, then it's even more stupider. So, yeah, I really hope that it's a good match. Yeah, we could definitely see Oba just toss Jay around and do that kind of stuff like Brock does to most matches. But I do really hope it's a good wrestling match, because we haven't seen that from Oba really. Have a good wrestling match, because he's basically been thrown in there with Brock right away, and those are different matches. So being able to show that kind of side of his, repertoire and his talent, and have Jay bring that out of him would be great, because I think it works for both of them. I think they're both phenomenal talents that can do that and put on, a really, really great match that's going to end in controversy. But I would love to see it be an actual really good 15-minute wrestling match where they go back and forth, because Jay has taken down Gunther, a big guy, and he knows how to do it, knows what to do. So they can definitely back on that and have him take him to his limit. I would love to see it. And whether or not the bloodline gets involved, I don't know, because I think Jay will be like, hey, yo, Uso, I want to do it on my own, because that's kind of what he's been saying. But then, Brock Lesnar's coming out and closing this match out by giving Oba an F5 and letting Jay win this match, and going on to face Cody. And we'll see if we'll get 2 champions in the bloodline.
Oh, will he or will he not? That question will be asked after this.
Why should you visit thechairshot.com? Thechairshot.com is your home for hard-hitting reviews, news, opinion, and analysis with attitude. Why? Because you're smarter than the average fan. Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
Welcome back, DWI number 526, folks, right here. DPP, PC Tunney, Don't Drink and Drive, Drinking Podcast. Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship against Gunther and Sami Zayn. What are the odds that when this show is over, Cody Rhodes no longer holds that title?
I want to give it at least 1%.
It's tough when you got SummerSlam coming up. You can win it back at MSG.
I suppose he could, but what do? You give Sammy a 1 week title run, or what? When's
What if Gunther pins Sammy?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it here. I don't see it.
What
I
if
know
it's
a couple weeks ago
what if
we hoped Gunther would win, but
What if it's Sammy and Jay at SummerSlam?
that is not the marquee match I think they want to put at the first 2-night SummerSlam.
Story in there though. Like, I want it.
Yeah, you do. Does the world? Does the people they want to sell this to?
Well,
want
here's the
that
thing.
match? Or they want Cody Rhodes, their white meat baby face, to be the star on the marquee of SummerSlam.
Here's the thing, right? Like, CM Punk's on vacation, and before he left, he's like, maybe another opportunity will fall in my lap, and Cody's like, anytime. Is anytime SummerSlam? Because you got Orton and McIntyre and Punk. Those are the 3 Hall of Famers you have that aren't back yet. Kevin Owens, maybe, if Kevin Owens is ever going to actually wrestle again. I don't know the answer to that question, right?
They're kind of stuck with that, though. I mean, if with whoever wins the King of the Ring, one of them's only one champion's going to be available. So, if Jay wins, is CM Punk going to go after Roman? Then or what? Like, what you're thinking? It has to be Cody Rhodes because Punk said, "Hey, we had any time."
Well, it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen there. Like, so what are you saying? Like, who's going to face Roman then?
Right. Who faces Roman?
Whoever. I don't know. That's obviously your night 2 main event, right? But like,
yeah,
it's obviously would be Oba. But I mean, if he doesn't win it, like, so then maybe that is the reason why it's Oba wins this, because that's your main event for SummerSlam.
Right. And Brock, he could screw him then, but it feels like the pieces are in place for a lot of these, not a lot, a couple of these matches that seems like the obvious way to go. But I just can't see. I could see Gunther winning it. I can't see Sami Zayn winning it. And they could run back Gunther and Cody Rhodes again at SummerSlam, for a rematch. But I know. But unless, or Cody wins it and here comes Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, Orton, either one of those could easily go after Roman Reigns as well. It's tough to go away from the storylines they've been building. Unless they're going to do, if they want to do some kind of swerve, fine. But it's like, it seems like Oba and Brock are almost set in stone. Uso going after the title because Roman is telling him to go after it. Makes a lot of sense because I don't think dissension is happening between these guys yet. So
that's the thing, though.
That's the odd one out then.
Main event's night 2.
Right. Who's he go after night 2? Yeah, I don't know. That's the odd one. That's the odd one out in this whole setup. I mean, unless they keep this bloodline thing going and he's not defending the title, or it's some kind of or it's him and Solo again.
You
You know,
have to defend those titles at a 2-night thing. That's the thing. You can't not defend both world titles at SummerSlam. That's just
Yeah,
dumb.
I
You
know.
can't call it the WrestleMania of the summer anymore then. You just can't. It's 2 nights. You have to.
Yeah, I know. I'm struggling to find the right opponent, I guess, because of the storylines they're telling
It's
to me.
LA Knight, but that's not a SummerSlam main event. You know what I mean? Not night
No,
2.
no, not really. Not really.
Seth? Do we do Seth at SummerSlam?
We could do Seth. Can we get Braun Breaker? I mean, if he's going to get the win,
Oh, you could get Braun Breaker.
you could put Braun Breaker in there and say he's going after it, taking a shot.
Vision, and you could start the Vision and Bloodline feud with Vision finally getting healthy. Bronson Reed come back, maybe. Logan Paul finally can get that arm straightened out.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you do have a little mini faction going on with Seth and the Street Profits and dipshit Joe Henry.
Yeah. You can get him out of there, but it was cool to see him, see the Street Profits get the
Told him to
titles.
put a red shirt on like a month ago. You're on Raw now. He still wears that dumb blue shirt. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I think that's I say his name and his blue shirt appears.
I don't know
He
the
want to
guy.
show off his
Oh,
pudge. I
I'm
don't know.
happy. I'm happy he's been successful at something he's worked so long for, but he doesn't do it for me at all.
Yeah.
Out of shape. He's not that good at the ring. It's a really boring, plain, lame gimmick, which is probably why a lot of stupid wrestling fans like it, because they're stupid and they have low IQs and they just fucking cling on to anything that kind of ticks their brain just a little bit and doesn't confuse them. Yeah, I made fun of wrestling fans and Joe Hendry at the same time, folks. Fuck them both.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself there. I'm looking forward to the card mainly because it's during the day. Otherwise, like I haven't been super impressed with the booking. It is what it is. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's something I'm going to stop watching for, or I'm kind of like so down on it. It's just hasn't made a lot of sense to me, some of the turns they've gone, and now the way they've kind of painted themselves into a corner and going into SummerSlam too is kind of what we're talking about,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like it seems like some of these are the paths they were going on that seem to be like this has to be the way it goes, and then you're stuck with something that okay, now we got something where we have no path getting there at this point, and most of these seem like they're pretty set in stone. And I mean, I think there's gonna be some good matches here. I mean, I love the two finals for the King and Queen of the Ring and the triple threat, and Braun and Seth should be a fun match, but it's just it's just interesting because now with the King and Queen of the Rings getting the shots, yeah, you paint yourself to a certain spot, and now you have to try and build a storyline into it, and they didn't do that, at least with the title. So it's cool that they're doing it, that they have this as, hey, Royal Rumble winner gets to face champion at WrestleMania, King of the Ring winner gets to face champion at SummerSlam. Great. But give me a reason to invest in it, I guess, right? Like, yeah, it's tough to see where it's going to go. I mean, they got a lot of time still, but
I firmly do believe though that something big has to. I think Cody has to lose the title. I really do, because of MSG. Like, you can have a rematch at MSG. You totally can.
what's the gap between this one and
Like the 18th, I think. So like 3 weeks, maybe.
3 weeks? Yeah, July 18th. So,
and then there's only so July. It's 2 weeks. It's 3 weeks then, and then 2 weeks till SummerSlam, which is really weird.
That's why I just can't. That close of a gap makes it difficult. Like, if you're going to build a story to get to SummerSlam, don't do it in 2 weeks. Like if this is WrestleMania, if this is supposed to be like WrestleMania, you can't do that in 2 weeks. Not for a title match. You can't build it like unless it's going to be a rematch between whatever happens at MSG. So I don't see anything big happening. Like, and I know they want to do something big at MSG, but unless you're going to do, I don't know. It'd be stupid to do Oba and Brock there because SummerSlam is in Minnesota. Like, that's the obvious choice. Because you could have Oba still win, right? And get his match and whatever. I don't know. Maybe say he takes his shot at MSG instead of SummerSlam. Hey, I'm not waiting anymore. I want it at MSG. And he takes the title there,
that's dumb.
I'm reaching for something.
Right. That's stupidity that they've put out there. I still just think you could have somehow, Gunther beats Sammy and Cody gets his rematch at MSG, and then you can do Cody and Gunther at SummerSlam still. Yeah. I don't. I'm tired of talking about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's just too tough. It's just too tough.
We do a podcast talking about it.
Yeah, that's pretty sad, brother. I get it though, right? It's just we're trying to find a reason or a way to get there with having something change, and it doesn't feel like anything can change in between here. Like to me, it doesn't.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's about to change. This show is over. We're done. I've had it. No. Thanks again, everybody, for listening, tuning in. We'll be back next week to hopefully talk about how we didn't see what we should have seen and things are looking better and moving towards MSG, but we'll see what happens. Enjoy the afternoon of wrestling. You'll also, I'm going to have the 2 TVs out because I'm going to have World Cup on and the wrestling. I'm going to somebody put out a tweet today. I'm thinking about taking up day drinking. What should I know? And I just quoted that bitch and said, make sure you eat. That's it. If you eat before you start drinking and you have a little water and eat while you're drinking, you're good to go. Yeah. Take it from
get some fluids in you. It's not just alcohol.
Dark, a storm's rolling in, DP. We better get this shit over with, or we might have
fuck.
That should be your way in about 20 minutes, pal.
Son of a bitch. I was hoping it would wait, and I wanted to mow the lawn tomorrow. Son of a bitch.
No, I think you'll be fine. It's just a little pop through. It's been pretty dry. I'm going to mow the lawn tomorrow, too. So, all right, folks. Thanks for tuning in again. DP, let everybody know where they can find you and the shoe.
You can find me all over the worldwide. So we get there. All over the worldwide social media. It's me, DPP. Follow this show at Podcast DWI on the X and Facebook.com/DWI Podcast.
Follow me at PC Tunney. Continue to listen to everything Chairshot Radio Network on all your favorite streaming platforms. Know that you can catch these live broadcasts on YouTube, on Facebook, and on thechairshot.com. DWI Podcast every Thursday afternoon around 5 p.m. Eastern. Bandwagon Nerds every Sunday around 2 p.m. Eastern. And moving forward, Wednesday afternoons. I don't know what time. Just pay attention. But the PC Sports Report will be live, PC Sports Pod, and that'll be up every Thursday morning as well. Don't forget about attitudeofaggression.com. Unidentified history. We got Disclosure Day review coming out with me and Dave. The review of the first episode of Season 3 of House of the Dragon. We will be recording that live tomorrow night on the Attitude of Aggression YouTube channel, and that should be up on Chairshot Radio Network Saturday or Sunday. So make sure you're looking out for all that fun stuff. It is SummerSlam season. We will get a King and Queen of the Ring this weekend. Thanks again, everybody, for listening. Until next time.
TheChairShot.com. Always use your head.